Oh my god.
Welcome to the CouncilCast. This is episode 252, being recorded on April 11th, 2023. The council is now in session, and as with every week, we will make arbitrary decisions about topics on science, technology, and random shit.
Random shit?
With a little background and absolutely no expertise. Sometimes powered by ChatGPT. All CouncilCast decisions are final and have no bearing on anything whatsoever.
Why?
I'll stop doing it when you guys stop laughing at it.
Hey, when you've got
Classes the whole thing up.
you've got a fart machine noisemaker. You don't ask the question why. You ask why not.
That is definitely fair because, you might ask yourself, why have public officials always been sworn in on a Bible? You don't necessarily have to because the new director of NASA took her official oath of office on Carl Sagan's Pale Blue Dot book.
That
That is a why
amazing.
question. That's a why.
That's a soup question right there.
There you go.
Not exactly
yeah.
a soup question, is it?
There you go.
There you go.
So could I swear on a Sega Genesis?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. So the Constitution apparently does not require that government officials be sworn in using a particular text, just that they shall be bound by oath or affirmation to support this Constitution. So you can make an oath on anything you want, basically.
Dope.
Traditionally, it was the Bible because it apparently meant something, but not
Apparently.
anymore.
Yeah.
Wow.
There are other cases of people doing some different stuff. Apparently somebody took a oath on a Kindle. So I think you could probably do it on a Sega Genesis. That makes sense.
It's a body of work. There's a body of work associated with it. It'd be heavy. You know what? Scratch that. I'm gonna find the heaviest thing that I can, so that whoever has to hold it is like, man, this sucks.
A gold brick.
Is that the heaviest thing ever?
No,
Yeah.
but it's super heavy.
Why don't you just make it a lead brick?
Which would be heavier? 40-pound gold brick or 40-pound lead brick?
Both are heavier than a 40 pound bag of feathers. That's for sure.
Definitely. That must be true. Well, yeah, so there you go. Apparently, NASA's new director is willing to stand up for what she believes in, and
Bunch
Carl
of blue
Sagan.
dots.
So there you go. So there you go. Thumbs up for that, for not sticking with the norm. Thumbs up for space, maybe. Books about space.
Wait, is the blue dots about space or is it like graphing paper?
Definitely about space.
Oh, could have fooled me.
Do you know what the image pale blue dot is?
I thought it was
Yes.
graphing paper. So
It's not.
Are you being
Yeah.
from a
serious?
distance,
Or are you joking,
the world
Silas?
looks blue and green. I don't know what this is. Is it a book?
It is, in fact, a book.
Is it an
Yes.
audio book?
I'm sure you could get it on audiobooks, yes.
There's
What is it called? Dot paper?
Pale blue dot.
I can get it for $0. It probably isn't very good.
I expect a 10-page book report written by ChatGPT by next week that you can report out on.
Good grief! By the end of this episode,
there's also the Voyager picture that is titled Pale Blue Dot.
Oh, it's science fiction. It's like part of the Star Trek
No,
stuff.
the
You said Voyager.
Voyager 1, the
Uh,
satellite.
Right, yeah.
Nice.
Voyager 1.
The first and only Voyager series of the entire Star Trek
That's
cinematic
right.
universe. I don't know.
Them fighting words. Voyager 1.
And it's this image that inspired Carl Sagan's book.
Oh, that okay. You did some image.
That single bright dot in that
Hmm.
image is Earth.
Let's see here.
No.
Share screen. Share.
You're gonna have to zoom in a little bit.
Can y'all see that?
Yep.
Here, I'll put my mouse over top of it so it's easier to see.
Well, why don't you just download it in the original resolution?
What's the original resolution?
If you close the zoom
There's
in,
right next to it there.
Download
It says
on the right.
enlarge.
Oh,
you can
okay.
download the original high res, the original, or the revisited.
Oh my gosh, this is terrible. What is this? What is this taken on? A Raspberry Pi?
NASA's Voyager 1.
How is this thing?
It's taken from a distance of 3.7 billion miles from the sun.
Billion?
And they
Yes.
couldn't have splurged for, you know, a little noise reduction on this.
It was launched in 1977, so there you go.
77?
There's a hair on the lens.
No, that's actually a space worm.
A space worm.
No.
There are worms in space. There's everything in space, Morty. I love it.
That is a hair on the lens.
What the? How long has that been there?
Well, you know, we better go check it out because SpaceX is planning to launch the Starship vehicle potentially as early as next week.
Starship.
So-
What's that going to do?
It's a Tesla. It's already up there.
It's going to go check and see if there's an actual hair on the lens for from Voyager 1.
It's just gonna blow it off.
Yep.
They captured one guy's, and they're gonna do that.
The eyelash.
They bottled it.
And you know that's just gonna end up with spit on the lens. God, I hate
It'll
when
be-
that happens. When
Well,
you
they
got
got rid of
glasses,
the-
there's like an eyelash on there, and you're like trying to blow it off, but you just end up spitting all over it.
They're
They
like,
got
oh my
rid of
gosh, I found
the-
a black hole.
They got
Oh, wait,
rid of the
no,
lens
that's
hair.
just-
Now you got sunspots everywhere.
It's just Fred's saliva.
I'm sure the Starship rocket can get there very quickly because it's the Starship itself is now mounted on top of a super heavy rocket, all down in Texas, and it is currently the most powerful rocket that will ever have been launched, if they get it launched.
What when they say super heavy rocket? I mean, is it that because it weighs a lot, or is it because it's powerful? What does
Because it
that
can
mean?
lift a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought Super Heavy was
Because it has swole
the
gains.
trio of Falcons.
I don't know.
Is that not?
Captain Falcon.
Are we asking chat, whatever it is, which rocket is swollen?
Or is that just heavy?
See? It was a legitimate question.
Yeah, Falcon Heavy is the triple stack.
Yeah, Falcon Heavy. Yeah, Super Heavy
Super
is
Heavy
different.
is the Starship stack.
So it's the design.
It's basically a space shuttle stacked on top of a big giant rocket.
Yeah, so it can lift payloads that are up to 50 metric tons, apparently.
What's this rocket's name?
Super
Fat
heavy.
bastard.
Yes.
I ate a baby.
So yeah, so there you go. If you're looking for potentially what is going to be the largest rocket launch ever, tune in next week. Potentially next Monday morning at 7 a.m. Central Time.
Have they gotten FAA clearance yet? I know they were.
7 a.m.
7 a.m.
Yeah, I think I
yes.
can wait for the syndicated version of it.
Gonna say Matt is not aware of a 7 a.m. He's not aware that it exists.
I mean, I may get up to watch it, but you know that shit'll just get pushed.
Yeah, probably.
And I will be there for
Oh.
the whole thing.
I think I'm okay watching this one later.
But yeah, there you go. So I guess thumbs up for powerful rockets. I guess I'll give them that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Well, something that the Super Heavy won't be carrying, or Starship won't be carrying into space on that launch, is Asus's April Fool's joke turned real. They have released and announced a ROG Alloy
Alloy.
handheld gaming device. Apparently, this thing is supposed to take on the likes of the Nintendo Switch or the Steam Deck. And they apparently had the genius idea of actually announcing this product on April 1st, which then caused a bunch of people to be like, yeah, no way. And they came back on Monday saying, hey, actually, it is real.
We thought everyone was done with that April Fool's junk, and we thought, you know what, we'll just release it then because that's most convenient for us.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. But yeah, if you've been looking to get a handheld gaming computer system, apparently the unique thing here is that they are going to be actually running Windows 11 on it, as opposed to a customized version of Linux like Valve is doing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why aren't they running Linux like Valve is doing?
I don't like the fact that it's always compared to like the Steam Deck and the Switch. Because they're not
Why?
even in the same class of devices.
Are they
Steam
better?
You
Deck
don't think
will
this is
cost-
similar to the Steam Deck?
It's not gonna cost $400 like a Steam Deck does. It's gonna
Yeah, it
cost.
is.
No, it's not.
I have no idea, actually.
There's no way that it's gonna cost that much.
I'd hope not.
Why
Not
is the
gonna
Steam
cost
Deck
that
the
little.
best?
They're
Steam
running
Deck-
it on. They're running it on a Raspberry Pi.
The Steam Deck is a very capable device for the price it's at. But it's
That wasn't
got
my
a lot
question.
of
My
limitations.
question is, which one of those three are the best?
What's your idea of the best? Does it have the best graphics? Does it have the best battery life? Does it have the best price? Does it have the
Dave, if I had any clue what we were talking about, I could answer that question, but I don't. So I'm asking you, which one is the best?
one that I want, or the one that you're gonna buy me?
I'm not gonna buy you anything.
Then none of them are good.
Has anyone told you that you are excellent at negotiations? the one that you're gonna
The one that
you're gonna do it.
Yeah, you're gonna do it
three,
for me.
2, 1.
The one
buy
that you
it.
buy me is the best.
It just seemed like you had an opinion, and then when I asked you, you backed off big time. So I'm just wondering which one is the best.
Best is depends on what you want to do with it.
No one watches this show. Which one's the best?
Oh my god.
Tell us
First
how
is
you
the
really
worst.
feel.
Second is the best. Third is the one in the polka dot dress.
Matt, oh my god. All right,
I
whatever.
wouldn't doubt it if they do try to push it closer to the Steam Deck pricing. I wouldn't doubt, but I don't know. I guess I'm curious to see if this is actually going to be if it does actually become a real thing or not. I mean, would you buy it? Is that what you're saying,
If I
Dave?
knew what it was, maybe.
Yeah, I went too. Thumbs up for tiny gaming systems.
It's a handheld computer that's gonna cost at least $1,000.
Like an iPad.
More capable
my
than
iPhone?
iPad.
Well, not as good as an iPad.
Well, not.
My only
obviously not.
concern
They
is-
built it on a Raspberry Pi.
How short is the battery life going to be if it's running Windows 11?
I mean, it's on AMD's new Phoenix chips, which are pretty dang good from efficiency standpoint.
Is it an OLED display?
No.
I don't think they've said.
Oh my goodness.
No idea. Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for the book. I'm gonna wait for the book to come out. That's what I'm gonna wait
I mean, I like the idea that people are trying to do something smaller. I mean, I would agree though, Dave. I think if it's going to be $1,000, that's probably just not going to. It's not going to go anywhere. You know,
It's that price point's actually pretty popular. There are several manufacturers that create similar devices. The Aya Neo 2 is very similar to this. It uses a little bit older processor, but it's a handheld gaming device that runs Windows.
I've never heard of it, so it can't be that good. Brian's never heard of it.
I've never heard of it, and all the other stuff made perfect sense to me. So
I mean, I think $1,000 to drop for just a handheld gaming thingy might be it. I mean, I get your point that you hate it being compared to Steam Decks and Switches, but unfortunately, I think people will always compare it to that.
So why wouldn't they just build a? Why are we worried about that? The metaverse is going to come for us all soon, and we're just going to be able to play games like Virtual First Class and stuff. So,
game Virtual First Class.
Because what if I want to play a game on my handheld while I'm in Virtual First Class?
You'll get a virtual one. The graphics will be pristine, or as bad as you want. It's virtual.
I say thumbs up for tiny gaming systems. So good job.
Yeah, I like the idea. I would be curious to see how well it works. I'll wait for the reviews to come out, but I'm going to give it a thumbs up for them sticking their foot out there and giving it a try.
Would they be able to run it on NVIDIA GeForce Now, so I could have super high graphics gaming?
I mean, you could run it on.
I mean, technically,
you could
sure.
run GeForce Now on it. Yeah, there's nothing stopping you.
Perfect.
I'll give you one guess why I'm laughing.
Not what we're talking about.
No, it's not. I asked ChatGPT to rewrite the classic "The Itsy Bitsy Spider," but as if Samuel L. Jackson originally wrote it. And it came up with, warning, the following content may contain strong language. I really wish it would have thrown a motherfucker in there. But, so its version of the Itsy Bitsy Spider, the first stanza. The motherfucking Itsy Bitsy Spider climbed up the goddamn water spout. Down came the fucking rain and washed the motherfucker out. Out came the fucking sun and dried up all the rain. And the Itsy Bitsy Spider said, fuck this shit, I'm climbing up again. The badass Itsy Bitsy Spider went up the fucking spout, no fear. Down came motherfucking rain, but the spider didn't shed a tear. Out came the fucking sun shining bright. The Itsy Bitsy Spider flipped the bird and said, fuck you, rain. You ain't my fight.
Oh my god.
Asking it to Samuel L. Jacksonify anything is fucking funny.
Write a work email to my colleagues about this. Now write it as if Samuel L. Jackson wrote it.
Yeah, okay. Right. So I think, okay. So
Company memo.
Prepare
My final company memo.
Work resignation for a job I don't really like, but and do it in the style of Samuel L. Jackson. However,
you know what? Another fun one would be Matthew McConaughey. That would be another.
Oh, that would be good. He should do in the style of Samuel Jackson. However, he should be attempting to be subtle as to not burn any bridges.
Brother.
This is gonna be.
Oh my.
great.
I'm curious whether it'll do anything like nuanced like that.
Ooh, send me the prompt. I want to see how it's different in 4.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll send you the prompts. Jesus, this is long ass resignation letter.
He doesn't want to burn any bridges.
Here's the prompt. God, it starts with "I hope this letter finds you well." There's no way. I'm running for a message from a company. While I have opportunities, I want to express my gratitude and our team for this job hasn't been walking the place from like a roller coaster twist turns. There's not even one motherfucker in here. Yeah, it went too much. Like this isn't exactly what I hoped.
Mm.
I don't know what I expected. But it's really good about being blatant, the thing you ask.
This starts off, motherfucking farewell to this fine establishment is the subject line for mine.
Uh-huh. That's a little different than what I got. That's like his style, though. This fine establishment.
Mine just said, dear motherfucker, I'm fucking out.
Did it really? Is that 4 or 3?
It's in Bing, which is I think I'm 4.
You didn't Bing and it just said, "Dear motherfucker, I'm out." Please screenshot that and put that in ChatGPT. Take the wheel.
Oh my god.
Now reprompt it and say that was good, but do it as if he actually liked the job.
I'm doing the opposite. I said, now write it as if I don't care about my job, boss, or colleagues at all.
See, this is why nobody watches our stuff. This is the reason. Specifically this right here.
Oh, hold on. Stop generating.
I'll tell you right now, Dave, I have half an idea, by the way, that every time John posts in the John's Nighttime Musings, I want to take it and put it in ChatGPT and be like, my buddy posted this in a gaming channel about such and such game. What should I respond back with? And see how long it takes for him to be like, are these real responses?
Oh, that's a great idea. Well, I'm going to give Asus a thumbs down for
Give us that fart noise.
For launching something on April 1st. So
I mean,
Well, that's-
Blood Dragon
that's
was
fair.
launched on April 1st, or was announced on April 1st.
What was?
Blood Dragon?
Oh,
That
blood
was a
dragon.
ga-
I
was
thought
a-
you said butt dragon. I don't know what that is, but it seems like a good thing to announce on April 1st.
Create for me a synopsis of the plot of a brand new hit AAA title, a AAA game titled Butt Dragon.
Make it 100% science-based.
There was an error generating the response. Let's try that again.
well,
Okay.
moving on to things that don't
Hey.
that might be able to prevent you from catching on fire is that a new electrolyte mixture can prevent EV batteries from catching on fire in the event of a crash.
Does it say it keeps the same? Is it still like have the same battery life or?
Yeah,
Mess with it?
they apparently they found out that if you start with a normal lithium polymer battery and just add a whole bunch of salt, it turns the electrolytic mixture into something that makes it extremely difficult to catch on fire.
A catalytic lifter?
Catalytic
Nice.
converter.
Hmm.
Yes. So yeah, they apparently made some tests by actually putting this in a flame, and it turns out that they survived without catching on fire. But apparently, not only does this not just make them not catch fire, Brian. They actually increase the range that the battery can output. So
Oh, wow. Okay.
Are
So
you reading the one
saltwater
that I posted?
batteries.
so saltwater batteries. Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Is it powered also by saltwater taffy?
Sure. I mean, if you eat taffy and take the wrappers and put them in the battery, it makes them run faster.
Saw a thing recently that said that the bricks made in ancient times were made like in the Roman city. How their concrete was made with salt water, and it actually has a chemical reaction that when it gets wet, it seals the cracks, heals itself. And so
Why aren't we using that today anymore?
I asked Logan about it, and he said probably 80 years ago they figured this out, and it's just too dang expensive, and it cures way too fast. And so they just either get it right or you have to tear it apart and do it again. And so it's just too expensive and it's too troublesome to work with. So they just work with other with water based instead of saltwater based. So that's why ancient Rome is still standing, and most all the buildings we build are crumbling around us. Saltwater
there you
seems to
go.
be the answer.
Saltwater is the answer. Thumbs up for saltwater. Man,
Thumbs up for saltwater.
saltwater's just living the best life right now.
It is. Finally
There
hit
you
its
go.
peak.
Yeah, I guess the big benefit is if we could take salt water and just pour them into batteries, we have a pretty unlimited supply of that, I think.
There's a lot of salt water. Agreed.
There is a lot of salt water. I'm pretty sure that's exactly how that would work too, so thumbs up. Something that doesn't take salt water to run, though, is what might be the world's largest Donkey Kong cabinet. Apparently a museum, the Strong National Museum of Play in New York, has unveiled a new arcade cabinet that is over 20 feet tall. And apparently it'll actually work. So there you go. They partnered up with Nintendo to make a gigantic Donkey Kong cabinet.
Let me come back to the topic. I'm working on my pitch right now. It's pretty good. Okay,
hope
so
it's the best.
Donkey Kong on. Oh, so you can feel like a little kid again?
Literally a little kid again. Yes.
Amazing. Like the time that
Apparently, huh?
would go play the game when you were 4.
Don't you remember doing that?
I love that. That was my favorite.
But yeah, they apparently have. You can actually play it. They have 2 ways of playing it. You can either use a normal human-sized controller that sticks out of the side, or they actually have buttons on the cabinet itself that I can only imagine are difficult to push.
All right. Well, sure.
Yeah, I think that's pretty sweet. I like it. I give them a thumbs up for doing this. I'm not sure why they did it. I guess I don't think it really matters, but big Donkey Kong. Why not? Bring it on.
I like that. I'd go play that. What I want to see is it pop up in all the arcade shops. Like, I want them to make a bunch of them, and I want it to be in like Up Down here in Des Moines or whatever.
I'm sure they can just call up Nintendo and do that. Just have the Up Down call them. Make me this cabinet.
Make me this cabinet.
What do they use?
Wait, did you say make me this cabinet or catnip?
Both.
Oh my gosh.
What they use for the
It
screen,
doesn't
is
say
what
what the screen is. Doesn't say. I don't know. Probably just TV. And probably just blocked it off to make it into a square screen. I don't know. Well, if you weren't afraid of ChatGPT yet, you might be after hearing this story about Furbies that apparently are powered by ChatGPT now. So, or at least
my God.
this guy made one.
Yes.
Furby.
So if you remember, Furbies were a 90s toy that was basically like, I don't even know how to describe it. A little fuzzy animatronic animal.
Oh, what's the animal that you're not supposed to feed after midnight? Gremlin? They look like
Mhm.
gremlins.
Hmm.
And they came out around the same time, I feel like. Or the gremlins were 80s.
Gremlins,
Yeah.
yeah, don't feed them after midnight. And then the second one, they could like talk and a bunch of stuff, other things and whatnot.
So apparently there's this person who created a Furby that can now you can actually literally talk to, and it will talk back to you using ChatGPT.
Oh,
Amazing.
that's a little scary.
The only other creepy part about it is, in order to do it, she completely stripped the Furby of all of its pelts, and so it looks even creepier in the little video.
It reminds me a lot of the movie Megan.
You should share, pull up the little video in the if you have the topic up there. It actually will talk.
The video.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. I got you. Wait, is that video? Is that a video at the top? Looks like
It's in the
photos.
middle, like.
Oh, here it
soon.
is.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Share. Screen. Tab. All right, here we go.
Hello there. It's so nice to meet you. I am Furby. What would you like to talk about?
Was there
What
a
are the many
secret
ways that you're going to kill me?
over the world?
I'm thinking about what you said.
This is weird.
Almost done.
That's creepy. And
Like how it
tonight's
just
psychotic serial
stopped.
killer will be
Furby's plan to
Furby.
take over the world involves infiltrating households through their cute and cuddly appearance, then using their advanced AI technology to manipulate and control their owners. They will slowly expand their influence until they have complete domination over humanity.
Well, that's
Perfect.
not
That's
disturbing.
That's
horrifying.
amazing. I'm so glad we watched that.
Cool.
Cool.
So if you ever wanted to be ruled by an army of Furbies, they're coming for you. So I'm gonna go with thumbs up for all of our new AI overlords.
Mm.
Thumbs up.
And with that, we're gonna move on to our billionaire pitches of the week.
I got a billionaire pitch. I would like
All
for
right.
a place to have an actual Donkey Kong setup, and you play. You got to jump over the barrels, or they run you over. That whole thing.
Wait, like for in real life? Like
Yeah,
as if
real
you
life.
were in the game?
Isn't that called Most
Kind of
Extreme
like
Elimination
Squid
Challenge?
Games, but what's that?
Isn't that called Most Extreme Elimination Challenge?
No, I don't think so. I'm talking about the actual Donkey Kong.
Yeah, but it wasn't branded as Donkey Kong, but it was basically Donkey Kong. But you want a real gorilla at the top.
Yeah, gorilla, barrels, a princess, the whole thing. I want to play Donkey Kong, and I want it to be the full version
in real life.
in real life.
Not virtual first class, but in real life.
In real, this is one thing I want to do for real.
Virtual first class is real life. What are you talking about? Yeah, I like it.
Sure. I think I could see that. I'd like to see you when you get done with it, and then see Brian go up at first. So thumbs up.
I don't think I'd get very far. I don't think I get to the top level. But yeah, that'd be a lot of fun to try.
That sounds good. All right.
I like it.
I like it. Good job. Who else has a pitch for tonight? Silas, you got one working over there?
Yeah, give me a second on it. Somebody else can go before me.
Who else has a pitch for tonight?
I wish that there could be a person that follows me around and takes whatever I say and translates it into wow, brain fart.
Into farts.
Yeah. There you go. Silas has it right there.
So
Sorry, I had the wrong panel open. It took me too long to get over there.
Dave,
I'm tired.
you want people to walk around and say what you're saying?
And no,
You
and translate it into Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, okay.
I think that's just
pretty
called
cool.
hiring Samuel L. Jackson as your full-time live-in actor, and you're just constantly feeding him lines.
That bit that Warner Keir Peel did with President Obama, where he spoke for him in an angry voice.
Oh
Remember
yeah,
this at the correspondence lunch
Yes.
dinner, and Obama said, "Thank you all for coming," and then whichever way the guy was came to and says, and he says it in kind of an angry. I don't know. Would you remember exactly? I don't remember exactly how that went, but it was pretty
Irate
fun.
voice. Yeah, it was good. There are certain things I'm not allowed to say as president.
So I've
I hired
hired
somebody in to translate for me.
Yep.
I was trying to find. I like it. Yeah, that's a great idea. That sounds great. I'd love to watch that. I'd love to see you hang out with Samuel L. Jackson because that means that he'd be on our podcast.
Oh, jeez. Nothing self-serving about our appreciation of that idea.
I don't know if you know this, but everything that I thumbs up, I'm hoping exists for my benefit.
Okay.
You got one now, Silas?
Yeah, I was trying to find a AI voice to read this for me because I'm definitely not going to do it justice. But here's my pitch. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues and fellow motherfucking visionaries, lend me your ears because today I'm going to blow your goddamn minds with this game-changing, mind-bending, earth-shattering invention to ever grace the energy market, the motherfucking saltwater taffy battery. It goes on and on and on. But he does say in the next line, how do you... Now, I know what you're thinking. Samuel L. Jackson, you crazy son of a bitch. How the hell did you can run a battery off of saltwater taffy? Well, hold on to your butts because I'm about to drop some science on your asses. Anyway, it's a battery made out of saltwater taffy.
I love it.
It works.
Hmm.
It's top. You see, it's our top secret patented technology. That's science.
It's so top secret that every carnival has one.
It can power anything from smartphones to electric cars with a lot of expletives in there. It's great. It's a win-win for your sugar cravings, son of a guns. Now I ain't gonna sugarcoat it, which is a great pun.
Samuel L.
Serious
Jackson
investment.
Samuel L. Jackson swearing is like tiny Tom Cruise running. It's not a movie unless they do that.
What was it on Ted Lasso? He when Roy was like, did I use too many fuckings in there? And he's like, oh no. It was like that movie Showgirls. After a while, you know, all the nipples just kind of blend into the background and you're just sucked into the narrative.
That's right. That's pretty funny.
Anyway, anyone
All
want
right.
a battery
Yeah.
made out of saltwater taffy?
As long
Even
as
if
I can
Samuel L.
eat it.
Jackson is selling it?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I
can
love
I
it.
eat it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
sounds good.
Yeah. Obviously,
It's not.
saltwater
It's
taffy.
not toxic.
The battery is non-toxic.
It's non-toxic. All right, good to know. Yeah, I think my pitch for tonight is I want them to invent a parking lot system that has transport tubes either built into the ground or overhead. So as soon as you step out of your car, you get sucked into this tube and it takes you straight into the building. And it takes you wherever you want to go. So you don't have to like walk through the parking lot, get lost while you're trying to find your car back at the end of the day. You don't have to worry about rain, snow, heat, cold.
I
It
love
just
it.
takes you right there, right to and
That's
from
awesome.
the building.
That's awesome.
Wait, you're talking about teleportation?
No,
No,
no.
like the tubes at the bank, like the pneumatic
Oh.
tubes.
I had this. I thumbs that up because as when I was in 5th or 6th grade,
Yep.
I had that idea and I was like, I want to set up a prototype in the basement, and you guys were like, no. And so now, if we can get some billionaire money, we can definitely make this happen.
So this was actually done in the Future documentary, Futurama, for transporting people.
Yeah, but from the
So
parking
there
lot or
is
just in general?
There is solid scientific backing that this will work.
Ah, well, that's good to know.
You'll suffocate, but it'll work.
It's full of air. How would you suffocate? That makes no sense,
It's not
Brian.
full of air. It's a vacuum.
All right. Matt, you got a pitch for us tonight?
No.
All
I had
right.
it rewrite it as Vizzini from The Princess Bride. Esteemed colleagues and fellow inconceivable geniuses, prepare yourselves for today. I'm going to utterly astonish you with the most groundbreaking, mind-boggling, world-altering,
Inconceivable.
invention to ever appear
Inconceivable.
in the energy market. The positively inconceivable saltwater taffy battery. I wish I could do his voice better. It's so good.
With that, we're going to call this council meeting adjourned. Thank you for listening. We record this podcast live Tuesday nights on YouTube. If you liked what you saw and want to check out all past episodes of the CouncilCast, you can go to councilcast.org. You can also find the audio files on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher. If you have a topic you would like the council's decision on, you can email us at idon'tcare@councilcast.org or connect with us on Twitter at RealCouncilCast. Thanks for listening. Goodbye. Don't do drugs.
Don't do